And what about injuries?
All right, Counsel, we're going to take a break this time, all right?
All right.
Man, the judge had to call multiple breaks today after Lindsay Clancy broke down during testimony in tears when she was hearing the details of her children's autopsies. You saw the video. It's disturbing to watch, but what was it actually like inside the courtroom? Let's ask someone who has been there all week, criminal defense attorney and host of the Defense Diaries podcast, Bob Mata. It's nice to see you, Bob. We've also got Mark Eiglar still with us to help us break all this down. I want to ask you, Bob, though, during those moments where she was breaking down, head down on the table, what was the vibe in the courtroom, and especially what did you notice the jurors doing?
The vibe in the courtroom was devastating. It was, I've been practicing a long time, Brian. I'm a criminal defense attorney. I've handled some horrific cases. This was the cruelest thing that I've ever seen happen in a court of law. To have any talk that this is performative, it is 100% genuine. There is no question. I'm sitting in the room and I'm media, so I'm behind the state's table, right? So, but I'm third row, looking at Kevin Reddington, looking at Lindsay Clancy, and her parents have been sitting behind her the entire trial, and she's an absolute puddle. Whoa. Like before the words even came out of the Dr. the ME's mouth, she's already, and for every other witness, when you have the doctors on, when the RNs and the psychiatrists were on, she was fine. As soon as the mention of the children and going into the deaths and going through the autopsy, she just cannot handle it.
Could you see the jurors from where you were sitting? And if so, what was their reaction?
Yeah, I have an excellent view of the jurors. For the most part, stoic, which as an attorney you want to see. You don't want jurors emoting. I mean, they're supposed to maintain a poker face. As you discussed, the judge had admonished the jury at least twice today, reminding them that that there's going to be people that emote, that things are going to happen in a courtroom during a trial that may cause somebody to really show emotion in a way that technically you don't want to have in a court of law, because it's a cold place. Emotion has no place in the courtroom. That's just a fact for either side, and so the judge is instructing the jurors. I will tell you that there was a juror in the second row, a female, I'd say middle-aged, who more than any other juror had her eyes locked on Lindsay. So this is after the first break. So the judge had pulled us out twice. So the first time when she was unable to compose herself, he called a recess. He had the jury leave. He kicked us out of the courtroom. Lindsay and Kevin stayed in there. Her folks stayed in there. And then we came back. We tried it again. The second time is when you see that I can't do it. It's the head down on the table, just sobbing. And it was gut-wrenching. And I've been doing this a long, long time, and it was hard to sit in there, truly. But this juror was dabbing her eyes. She was the only one that I had seen to really kind of show any emotion. I don't know if the judge caught it in terms of seeing this one particular juror. And you know what? Like Mark said, they're humans. It's impossible to strip away our emotion. It's just not a human function. We're going to feel the way we're going to feel. You'll try to maintain decorum as much as possible, but the reality is we're going to feel things deeply.
Especially when you're dealing with children like that. So this is going on in the courtroom today. It's just beyond emotional. What's interesting, Mark, is on social media, you've got this whole narrative that has erupted where people are blaming the ex-husband, Patrick Clancy. He's now remarried. But people, and I was even in the airport today, Mark, and I overheard two young women talking about the husband, blaming him, saying he's got to somehow be responsible for this. He wasn't supportive enough. What do you make, Mark, of this explosion of animosity towards the ex-husband on social media? And do you think if people at home are thinking this, is it possible that the jurors are also thinking about this?
Yeah, look, people are angry and they want someone to blame. And the more people they can blame, the better. And many people think, well, you should have known. You either knew or you should have known. You could have done more. But I also think it's, people love conspiracy theories. People love it. Many of those same people think Elvis is still alive and that the landing on the moon was shot on a soundstage. You're always going to have these people who, without any evidence to support it, a grieving father going through hell and back who tried to get her the help that he needs. That's how he came across to me. But people are entitled in the court of public opinion to say what they want, even if there is no basis to back it up.
I just want to go back to you, Bob. I keep thinking about the jury, and you have this really unique perspective because you're in there. And whenever I'm covering courts, like I'm always just watching the jury, trying to figure out what they might be thinking. Is it about half men and half women, roughly?
It's 12-6, women to men.
Okay.
And at this point, we don't know who's an alternate and
Right.
who's going to be deliberating.
So we don't know how it's going to shake out. What do you think that means, though, Bob, in terms of the male to female ratio? I mean, put on your criminal, you're kind of an observer for us right now, but you're also a criminal defense attorney. How is that going to play out?
When I think about who the perfect juror is in a case like this, it's kind of impossible, because the mama bear, probably not it. Do you want the man that's in his 50s who's not going to accept mental health issues? Like, to me, the perfect juror, believe it or not, is somebody in their mid to late 20s who, because millennials seem to have grasped the concept of mental health in a way that older generations just haven't embraced. And the mental health aspect of this case is everything, and the Commonwealth came in openings and said, they're going to try to tell you that, the health system's broken, and that's what we're putting on trial. And that's not what it is, but it is what it is.
Yeah.
It's exactly what's going on.
I think that's why the whole nation is talking about it. Bob, really appreciate you coming on. Mark, it's always nice to see you. Thank you so much, gentlemen.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download our NewsNation app right now on your phone, and you will get fact-based, unbiased news for all Americans.